Yo, welcome back to Ivory's Soapbox. I'm Ivory, and I'm currently on my soapbox. Tonight's episode 6, titled Golf and Life. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube page, Real Estate with Ivory, and also just like the video on all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever you're on. I appreciate it. But let's dive in. Like I stated, it's going to be golf and life tonight. And even if you're not a golfer, everyone knows that the Masters are approaching. And this will be my first opportunity to be able to go to the Masters this year. I hit the lottery to get tickets, and they arrived. I am so stoked about them and looking forward to it. I've been putting in for probably 8 years, realistically, to try to get tickets. And every year I get the email stating, unfortunately, you did not. It's just like applying for a job. The job hits you up like a week or two later saying, hey, unfortunately, we did not choose your application. Kick rocks, pretty much. So I've been going through that process for probably around 8 years or so and got denied every year. But this past year, 2024, to go to 2025's Masters. And I hit on 2 tickets, so I'm taking the wife with me, and I'm so excited and looking forward to it and cannot wait to get down there and just be amazed by everything that I've heard so far about Augusta National. And I can't wait. I'm just super excited about it, and I'm looking forward to it. And I hear so many cool things, and they have it so detailed and laid out. And it's cool that I actually hit on a practice round. We'll be going on a practice round, so they actually allow for you to bring like point and shoot type cameras. You can't have your cell phones on the grounds at all. I think they have lockers when you first get there, but we'll probably keep ours in the car whenever we arrive, so we don't have to worry about that. And it's really cool. If you need to call someone, you could use one of their old school wall phones. Of course, it's green, and I heard that it pops up Augusta National whenever you call someone. So I'm definitely going to be making a couple phone calls before when we get there to let people know we have arrived. And of course, I'm going to be getting some merch and everything when I go down there. And I know some people will be hitting me up for it. And as long as you can throw an extra 50 to me to get something extra, I'm cool with that, because I heard people spend grand, like a couple grand on merchandise down there, from hoodies, pullovers to sweatshirts, hats. We'll definitely be buying chairs down there, shirts, you name it. Like, they got gnomes. I think they're listed around like $299, but they're all the rage apparently. Man, who knows? I might be grabbing me a gnome down there as well. But anyways, we'll be going for a practice round. I'll definitely be purchasing a camera to be able to take down there. And I'm actually excited that I didn't hit on a actual round when they get started Thursday through Sunday, for my first time at least, because I do want to be able to go down there and take some photos on the grounds with my wife, because it's the first time going. And I'm looking forward to going with her. She's never been. Her dad used to go for years and years back in the day, and he went so much that he stated that he was actually tired of going, which is crazy to me. But it was also a different time as well. Like post Tiger Woods, the Masters has definitely been a place that everybody and their mom literally wants to go. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Also that week, which is really cool, me and my boys, we started a tradition. I guess we started in 2023, executed it in 2024, and then actually are doing it again this year in 2025, where we take a golf trip the week of the Masters. So it's just full of golf that entire week, and it's so motivating to be able to know that you get to watch the Masters, you get to play a crap ton of golf. And building up to that, my birthday is in March, and so my birthday, I guess, gift, I asked my wife if I could just play golf, but play a little bit more than I normally do, because she knows whenever I have a golf trip coming up. I like to get locked in as much as possible. But it's funny how it's worked out because the past 2 times, this is my 3rd golf trip. The past 2 times I've gotten worse before I got there because I think I was overthinking everything, of course, because golf is more of a mental game than physical. And so I was overthinking everything. But this time I'm doing it a little bit different because I've learned from my mistakes. Smart people learn from their own mistakes. Intelligent people learn from other people's mistakes. When it comes to golf, unfortunately, I am smart. And so going through that trial, I am now a better prepper, if you will, whenever it comes down to golf trips and trying to get ready to dominate. Not necessarily saying I'm going to, because there's definitely a few of my boys that are better than I am, but they've also been playing longer than I have too. So I'm one of those people, once I get my mind made up on something and I want to do it, then I go get it. I'm all in on it. So I'm definitely one of those people that continue to practice. Practice does not make perfect when it comes to golf, but it eventually will make you better. And there's a lot of little things that you have to do. If you're a golfer, like I like to call myself nowadays, you know how it is. We're just prepping and practicing, and there's so much that you could work on. And of course, people only work on the big things like trying to hit your irons and driving and things. But I found out that over the last several years, taking my time to really hone in on a couple things one thing a year, it's slowly gotten me better faster, I think, that way. Even though a year, of course, practicing one thing for a year seems like a really long thing, but I'm in it for the long haul. So I've definitely set myself up and knew that it's a game of patience anyways. So I'm really looking forward to continuing to get better and prepping for this golf trip, because it's going to be fun. It's going to be competitive. It's going to be more fun than anything. And so just being able to see how I do, especially on these courses, we're going down to around like Murrells Inlet, North Myrtle Beach area. So we'll be down there for 3 nights and playing, I think, 3 or 4 different courses. Could be more than that if we get down there and we have some downtime. We might hit a par 3 up or play 9 holes somewhere. But the plan is to play Thursday, play 9 holes, if not 18, depending on the time we get there. Friday, play 36 holes. Saturday, either 27 or 18 holes. And Sunday, come back to the house. Because the last trip that we took, the Sunday round, we got up, we played all that golf. The Sunday round happened the next morning, and I was so unmotivated. And the other people that I was playing with, they were just like, some of them were all in, but me, I was just like, I'm ready to hit the road. I'm dreading to drive home because you're a couple hours away. It's not as fun because you can't drink like you were before and hang out and talk crap. After you play, you pretty much got to hit the road. So the Sunday round, we decided to forego. And so we're just going to be playing Thursday when we get down there, Friday and Saturday. We got us Airbnb, which is going to be really cool. It's 8 of us that's going to be down there. I think there's a within walking distance, there's a karaoke bar. So I absolutely love karaoke. I could do it sober, I could do it buzzed, I can do it drunk. I'm all in on any type of karaoke. Doesn't matter the scenario, I'm all in on that. So that's going to be dope. And we also, this year, we usually have just one, but this year we have 2 guitar players that are going to be on the trip. So definitely going to be taking down at minimum 1 guitar so they can get on the 6 string. I'm going to be in there sipping like I am now, this Bordeaux. Then I'm going to be singing, chilling, hanging out, talking junk, just the guys. It's just going to be an amazing time, and I can't wait. And it's only less than or right around 2 weeks away. And so it's always cool when you have something to look forward to. And especially with the boys, that you don't get to do it as much as you used to back in the day, of course, because everybody has families, wives, children, careers. And so it's always a good thing to let down your hair and hang out. Oh, yeah. Shout out Compton Country Club and Malvin Golf. I need that sponsorship for sure, even though I don't have enough followers or anything for it, but I rep hard all the time. Appreciate you. But anyways, I'm looking forward to it. So what I'm doing prepping wise with golf is I got my irons, I got them, and also my 3 hybrid regripped. And I didn't realize until 2 to 3 to 4 months ago that there's different size grips for your clubs. And it may seem weird or, wow, this dude doesn't play golf at all or hadn't been playing for long, which is true. I didn't grow up playing, but I didn't know you should actually get fitted for grips, which makes complete sense because everyone has different size hands, and holding a club in your hand is more than half the battle. You don't want to have a club slip or loose in your hands and then be moving around like my old standard size grips were. And I didn't realize until recently when I was at my buddy's house on his simulator. I didn't have my clubs there because we were just there randomly. And I hit his clubs, which had mid-size grips on them. And it took me about 5 or 6 swings to realize that the grips were a different size than mine. And I absolutely loved the feel of the grips. And I knew immediately what I needed to do. I was like, I have to get different grips because I had some cool standard size grips that I was hitting. I'd always get compliments on them because they were like the elephant look of the Jordan brand, if you know what I'm talking about. It's like gray, red, and white. If you like shoes and Jordan, you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, there was like that pattern and super cool, grippy, and I didn't realize that there was all type of different grips until I was done a deep dive into YouTube and found out there was a rabbit hole full of them. And so I went over to the golf shop in Gastonia off Union Road. Shout out Chris over there. Great guy, great shop. Go over there if you're in the Gaston County, Gastonia area for your needs and everything because they have everything. They're super knowledgeable. And so I went over there and got my old grips taken off. They had probably 30 different type of grips there and had them put on right there. It took about 30 minutes for all of my irons in that 3 hybrid to get regripped. And I got to feel the different types. And there was a guy in there that was about to try to sell a club, and he had a jumbo grip on one and a mid-size on another. And so I got to feel what it felt like as far as on the actual club. And so it was a cool experience to be able to go over there and do that and know exactly what I was looking for. And thankfully I made the right decision of getting the mid-size grips because I didn't realize what I was missing. On my backswing was the biggest difference because whenever I was swinging, like I don't have a very like fast swing, slower take back, and then I get faster on the way down to strike the ball. But I didn't realize it. And I noticed it, but I didn't realize it, like it wasn't normal, that the club, the grip, was disconnecting from my hand whenever I was in my backswing. And if anything, in golf's a game of inches, even centimeters like that, that could cause a huge issue when you're on your downswing to strike the ball if the club is not connected to your hand and you don't have that control over that club like you should, because the club is only that wide anyways, like a couple inches wide. And so the ball is going to take up almost half the face. And so it really is a game of inches, and just the smallest little movement could actually cause the worst shot or you not even hitting the ball. But anyways, changing over to those mid-sized grips have been a game changer for me so far. I've only played one complete 18-hole round since I've switched over. And then I walked 9 holes by myself on my birthday. But the first round that I played 18, I walked 18 with a buddy of mine and ended up shooting a 77. And just the confidence I had while I was over the ball was totally different than any other time I've ever felt in golf. Just because I changed grips. And To me, that's insane. And I know if you know anything about golf, that even the smallest thing could be a huge difference maker. Not saying I'm ready for the Korn Ferry or PGA Tour card, but I am ready to compete with a lot of people that I'm friends with, especially on this golf trip. So I'm looking forward to hopefully just continue to get better, play smarter golf, more confident golf is a huge part of it. Because I was listening to the Par 3 podcast with Stephen Malbon, throwing that name out there again, Malbon Golf, and J.R. Smith, and they were just talking about all the, I'm going to try to pronounce this word, intricacies of the golf game and just being out there playing and the different type of things that they were actually trying to do. And they started talking about swing thoughts and asking each other, what do you do before you hit the shot? So J.R. Smith started just talking about his setup and how he goes into the shot. And it's something that I do as well, and it just feels good to hear it out loud. And it's okay, that kind of confirms it. So he talks about what he does, setting his feet where he needs to, set up to aim towards the hole, feet right, shoulders, where the ball position needs to be. But Stephen Malbon made it clear. So all that's before you actually hit the ball. So it's not during your shot as far as like a swing thought goes, which can completely mess you up, because if you have one swing thought, you can completely shank the ball, hook it, top it, miss it. So if you're a golfer, I keep saying that swing thoughts are a no-no. But anyways, I realized that setting up, figuring out what I was going to do before I was about to hit the ball. And the biggest thing that I heard from that and took away from it was getting all that before in your setup and then committing. All right, I'm set up where I need to be. Now I commit to the shot. And then everything else goes out the window. You don't have any swing thoughts. And that's so true, because that's exactly how I am right now, because I've simplified my golf swing so I don't have to think about a whole lot. It's a short backswing, and that's pretty much it. As long as it feels right on the backswing, I'm going through with it. But all my thoughts are before I even commit to the shot. But once I commit to the shot, I have to commit 1,000%, or it could be a disaster. And every blue moon, people, regardless if you've practiced and had repetition so long, once you get your swing setup down and then you try to commit, like even regardless if you do this riding a bike, like Steph Curry shooting a three-pointer, it's second nature. You don't think about it. But every once in a while, something is going to throw you off when it comes to golf, because basketball is a lot quicker. You don't have time to think as much. But when it comes to golf, you could overthink the crap out of something, and then it could be your worst nightmare. Max Homa's going through something right now. I don't know exactly what it is, but he's playing, I can't say bad golf, because his bad golf is still amazing compared to me as a golfer. So I'm going to say he's playing bad golf to his standards. And I don't know. I don't think it's based off of his equipment, even though I heard that he switched brands. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it or when it started, but right now he's stuck in his head. But they also have things like sports therapists or psychologists that try to get people out of that stuff, because especially in golf, you have way too much time to think about shots that you're going to take and what you're going to do and the world's around you. It's not like a confined space where you can only mess up so much. No, you can mess up a whole lot and spray the ball any which direction. And I hope he gets that figured out soon, because he is too great of a golfer not to. But that's just an example of golf in itself. There's so many small things that could absolutely go wrong, and that's what makes the game so hard, but also so addicted for me, I have to be able to try to be better and conquer what I'm able to conquer as who I am. And so golf is truly, I feel like, the toughest sport because of that. It's not fast enough to where you have time where you don't have time to think about it. You can just react and show your athleticism and your skill and your God-given talent. But golf, you can get inside of your head, and sometimes you can't escape that. And other people can get inside your head too. And that's one thing that you don't. But golf, the cool thing about it's you versus you. Like, you don't need to. Every blue moon, I'll say, okay, I want to win this match. I need him to do this. I need him to do that for me to help me. No, I need to do what I need to do to be able to help myself, because whatever he does, regardless, it doesn't help me out. I have to still execute and do something, commit to the next shot. And if I don't do that, then whatever they do, regardless, it doesn't even matter if I don't handle my business. And that's a life lesson right there. Bars. So when it comes to golf, repetition is the father of learning. A lot of repetition, a lot of practice. I think the biggest thing for me that I've done well is the setup. Know my setup, know what I'm going to do, and then commit to the shot and make things happen that way. And I'm absolutely thrilled with my golf game currently. Of course, I'm not playing amazing golf, but at the same time, I'm playing really good and the best I've ever played in my life. And so I am trying to stay on that track and continue to do what I'm doing. It is a hobby to me. The saying, this ain't no hobby. This is a hobby to me, but I'm continuing to try to be the best I can be. And people that know me know when I do something, I typically do it well. And it's because I have to make sure I do it well. And so I don't half-ass a lot of stuff. And so going in, committing, making sure I'm good, not embarrassing myself is everything to me when it comes to I guess anything. Going back to my birthday round that I played, it was March 18th. I went to Catawba Creek in Gastonia. Played 13 holes, walked 13 holes. And at 13 is like the perfect walk-in number at that course as well, because for some reason they don't have a fee for 9 holes. They charge you $28 during the week. And so they don't have a $14 9-hole walking fee, which they should, because there's so many walkers on that course, because it's a friendly walking environment as far as there's not a whole lot of hills or anything. But I played decent, better than decent. That was the round I was talking about. Second round, not full round, but second round with my mid-sized grips, and played really well. Excited. Maybe that was just the golf gods looking out for me on my birthday, but I played really well. On the 13th hole. So I played 13. The reason being, if you walk all the way 9 and you go to the back 9, play 10, 11, 12, 13 is right beside the parking lot. And so you just pretty much, which is 13 is right beside 18 as well. So 13, you play that hole, and if you're walking, you could, of course, continue to go. But I ended up walking 13 and just walking right to the parking lot and then leaving after that, because the back 9 after that, no one was behind me on holes 10, 11, or 12, but there was somebody probably on each hole after that. And so I was like, I'm not dealing with that, especially because on my birthday also was on a Tuesday, and I have my golf league in Gastonia at Simulate Golf, which is a really cool place, indoor simulators everywhere, and I won my flight there last in the Winter League. So shout out Simulate Golf. Ended up doing really well, and now I'm hitting the ball better than I was in that last league. I'm starting to heat up a little bit, and we have our championship next Tuesday at Simulate Golf. And right now I think I'm either around first or second, possibly, in my flight, with one more round to go. And I'm hoping if I can finish, I'd say in the 70s, I might be able to pull it off for back-to-back flight winners. Let's go. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to playing Real golf, I might be able to play Sunday, but it's supposed to rain for my buddy's birthday. All of us guys that are in my group, every time we have a birthday, we call it birthday golf. So it's the best, easiest excuse to get all the guys out there on the course, 4 to 8 of us, and play. And so I always look forward to that. This month, as you get older and as the kids get older, really, you have more and more stuff you have to do on the weekend. So I played by myself on my birthday, but I also didn't try to hit anybody up for it because my boy Robert, his birthday is before mine by 2 weeks, but he wasn't able to do birthday golf until probably like a week or so before mine, and then everybody else can't go back to back usually, so couldn't do birthday golf for mine. I didn't even ask. And then my other buddy Chris, his birthday is the 29th, so we're gonna play. I guess what's the 29th? I don't know off the top of my head, but I guess that's the 30th on Sunday. His birthday's Saturday, and we're gonna try to play Sunday, but the weather looks like crap right now, but we got 8 people up supposed to be going to play, and I'm looking forward to that. I was gonna try to kick everybody's tails Sunday, but it might not happen because of the weather. But I think he's still talking about going to X Golf or something because he lives in South Carolina. But I'm looking forward to just playing more golf with this weather that's approaching, that's here, like high 60s, 70s. And I feel like spring doesn't last quite long enough at all. And then you have pollen and allergies that absolutely destroy me when I'm outside. But I try to be outside all the time when it's this nice. And so playing more golf, and my kids are getting older, to be able to try to take them to play, go up to Hang Time in Gastonia to hit the driving range with them. They love doing the fishing game. There's a similar game where if you hit a ball into the water, it's, I guess, a golf version of Go Fish, where the golf ball, you hit it, and then on the simulate screen, it uses it like as bait, and then it grabs a fish, and it has all different types of fish and points for the bigger fishes that you get. Bigger fish that you get. And so it's just really cool. They really enjoy that game, and I enjoy watching them. They enjoy me being able to hit too, because I hit it further than them, obviously. And so try to go for sharks and different things like that. So it was really cool time of the year, with my birthday being in March, the weather being nicer, March Madness basketball. A lot of big golf tournaments have started popping off. The Players, of course, being last week. Rory McIlroy taking that home. And then one more tournament before the Masters. And I'm going to throw this up again because it's really a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And I pray it doesn't rain out to where I don't get an opportunity to go. And if that's the case, then can't be mad at God. We need the rain. But I'm hoping it doesn't rain that day. So would I rather it rain that Masters day that me and my wife are supposed to be going, or rain during my golf trip? That's a tough question. That's a really tough question. But if I had to choose, God, if you're listening, I'd say I want it to rain the Masters. Rain at the Masters that day. If it's going to get rained out or anything, I need to play golf. Because they could always push the golf tournament a day or a weather delay or something. But as far as my golf trip goes, that cannot be delayed. So we got to play regardless. So I'd rather miss the Masters because of rain than it rain out on my golf trip. 1,000% now. After talking it out, talking to God. Thank you, God, for listening. But I'm really looking forward to it. I have said it too many times. I say it too many times to myself as well. I'm going to go to, hopefully, the PGA Superstore to look at putters as well. I have 2 Scotty Cameron putters that I've been tried the blade out. Then went back to the one I had originally, which was a mallet, which I'm really enjoying because I changed the grip on that mallet to a wrist lock grip. So it helps me keep the club a lot more stiff so I don't go up or down, left or right, and push or pull the putt some different type of way. There's a putters called lab putters that I'm going to be looking into, and I know they sell them online at Dick's Sporting Goods, but they don't have them actually at the store because I want to try one out, see, because they're a game changer apparently, the way they're actually balanced and the way they're actually created. Made in the USA too, by the way. Shout out America. But I'm really looking forward to trying those putters out at the Superstore whenever I'm able to go. Hopefully mañana, but we'll see how the schedules allow. But anything to be better at golf. Golf is such an expensive sport. Like, of course, I didn't have to pay for anything as a kid playing basketball and played every day, 24/8. Shout out Kobe. Played all the time when I was a kid. And stuff was expensive, of course, but a basketball back in the day, a good one's going to cost you $49.99. And then you're going to keep up with that mostly. But like golf clubs, they're going to cost you can cost you into the thousands. And then there's always new technology and stuff that you think you need to try to make your golf game a little bit better. But if I can do something to help me save realistically per round five solid strokes per round, then I'm all for it. And it's a cool, healthy addiction to have. And I'm not mad at it because you got to have hobbies, and golf is definitely my outlet whenever life gets hard, and life is hard all the time. So golf is happening all the time as much as I can. I have a little putting green, little $30 putting green in my basement that I try to roll putts on. I don't necessarily have enough room down in my basement for a golf simulator, unfortunately, but I do have a little setup down here where I could at least swing my irons to try to get consistent with those. Of course, like I said, take out those swing thoughts, just worry about setup and committing to the shot, the next shot, every shot. And so it's really cool. It's definitely expensive, but it's, like I said, it's a healthy relationship with golf right now. Nothing crazy because I've gotten better each time. Every year I've gotten a little bit better. There's setbacks, obviously. Everybody's having them. Shout out Max Homa. But I have to continue to get better in life at everything. And so I can't just stay the same. If my golf game was the same as it was 3, even 2 years ago, I'd be absolutely disappointed in myself because I plan to be a scratch golfer by the age of 45. That's my goal, be a scratch golfer by the age of 45. So I got to put in work. I am 37 years old right now, so I got time. However, in golf years, that's not a whole lot of time, but I am making it happen. I've definitely gotten a lot better than I was just a few years ago. But if I was the same as I was then, I wouldn't be talking to you about golf right now because it wouldn't be a priority. And it's definitely a priority to me. It's cool. I want my kids to play it. They do right now. They enjoy it. But I'd love to see them pick it up a little bit more as they get older. Because right now, they're old enough to play. At least Penelope is. Tatum, he is a little bit, but nothing crazy. He's only 4. So it's one of those things I'm not going to force him to do. But they're going to see dad doing it. And so I think just like they do now, they're going to want to do it a little bit. Because it'll also be that father-daughter, father-son time to be able to take them out on the course. We're members over at Kramer Mountain, so be able to go over there. Mom takes them to the pool, and if I'm golfing and I'm playing by myself, or they can just ride in the cart with me. Something like that. That's goals for me right there. Being a dad life on the golf course and just having fun and hanging out during the summer, enjoying the club, going to the pool, going to the golf course, working, selling real estate. That's my goals in life to work, stay busy at home and at work all the time. And of course, have to prioritize like what you're doing, of course. And golf has never gotten in the way of that. It's not that bad. Like I said, it's a healthy relationship. And I know what I need to do, and I have my priorities squared away, and I have for years. And I'm blessed in that department for sure. Because if I wasn't, my wife would definitely put me in the right spot. But I think that's going to be about it for the night. Appreciate you guys for listening. Talking about golf is not going to tickle everybody's fancy, but if you do play golf, it's cool to be able to hear different perspectives. And if you've played with me, hearing kind of my thoughts on things and what I'm doing, what I'm up to. And I know good with me personally, when I listen to podcasts, I like listening to stuff that I'm intrigued with. And golf, I could listen to almost anybody talk about golf. As it doesn't even matter if they're a beginner, amateur, professional or not. Talking about it from their perspective, I love it. And obviously you could tell that I'm passionate about it. Oh yeah, one more thing. Let's go. Going to the Masters, baby. I just keep saying it because it may not ever happen again. Maybe the only time I get to talk about it or show this on the podcast. Shout out Augusta. Shout out me and the wife are getting to go. Hope to see you guys down there. But anyways, like, subscribe, follow, hit me up, take a listen, send it to somebody that you think might enjoy it. But until next time,